I'm James View.
And I'm Bob View, and together we're B&B Forge. Alright, welcome back to the shop. If you read the title, you already know what we're going to be making. We're going to be doing a double diagonal peen. Got our steel, that's 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches by 4 inch long piece of 4140. That's what I like making the hammers out of. So, a double diagonal peen. Well, why would you want a diagonal peen? Well, I've been told it's kind of more a bladesmith hammer type style. Being that they work with smaller stock, they tend to want to stand close to the anvil. What a diagonal peen really is essentially it's a straight peen kicked on a 45-degree angle. Now, why would you want it on a 45-degree angle? Well, instead of standing sideways to the anvil to do drawing out, or holding your arm out here to draw out, you can actually stand at the anvil with your hands in a comfortable 45 position, because that's typically how you like to work. You work on 45s, that's how your arms work. It allows you to hold it in a comfortable position and swing the hammer in a comfortable position, but what it's doing is, instead of a typical straight peen, if you did that on a straight peen, you would be drawing out on a 45-degree angle. By canting at 45 degrees, doing that same swing, you're allowing it to draw out in a direction. Now, there's two schools of thought on double diagonal peens. There is a double diagonal peen that no matter which way you pick that hammer up, it is in the same orientation. So when you pick it up, it's set for a right-handed. Now, a peen, or diagonal peen, is very specific to which hand the smith who uses it swings with. A right-handed peen works differently for a left-handed smith. Typically, like I said, it's a straight peen kicked on a 45, so it's meant for drawing. So you can do two peens in the same plane, so no matter which way you pick it up, it's always going to do the same amount, same work, regardless. You don't have to pay attention to which side you're picking up. And then there's an opposite cross peen. So you have one peen like this, and one peen like this. Now, why would you want two peens in opposite directions? If the back one is set for right-handed for a straight peen on a 45 to draw, if you cant the other one in that same orientation, it's now a cross peen, and you can widen your material. So one hammer does both, and it's in the same orientation. The second one is what this is going to be. So it's actually going to be a diagonal cross peen and a diagonal straight peen. I'm going to say it. I've made both. Well, no, I've only made diagonal peens one way, and I've never done a double. So this is going to be my first double diagonal, and it's going to be an opposite diagonal. So hopefully I don't screw this up and have to start over again, and we can get it done. But I'm going to show y'all how easy it is to do. I mean, the only thing that you have to do differently from a straight or a cross peen, straight peen, you hammer here, bring it down. That makes your peen this, oh, sorry, cross peen. But basically, either way, depending on eye straight up, you hit here, you're making a cross. Eye on the side, you hit here, you're making a straight peen. A diagonal peen, I'm right-handed. My peen is to the left at a 45. That's all it is. Now, what's going to be tricky is when I come to this side to make the opposite, and I have to let my brain work that it's not to the right, it's going to be to the left. So essentially what you end up making is a right-handed peen and a left-handed peen on the same piece of steel. If I've done my maths right, and I was alright in maths in high school. As long as it didn't have words. Why do they need words in maths? But we're going to get it done. I'm going to figure it out. I would say where I'd lose my hair, but that happened a while ago. So stick around, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, find our marks. We'll get them centered. Back in the 5. Shit at you. Throwing more shit at you. for our first diagonal. So what we're going to do, handle, I'm going to go 45 degrees. Alright, there it is. B&B. And if you're curious to why that's stamped number 1, because this is my first. I have not made a double diagonal peen, so this is number 1. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It is a bit of a mind melt. And a lot of y'all are probably asking, how does the two opposite go? So, my peen's here, and this straight, it's drying. You roll it, my peen is now this way to dry out. Handle here, it's here, it's there, here. Oh. So, I almost made a boo-boo. I was thinking I made a right hand and then a left hand peen. If I'd have done that, I'd have ended up with them both in the same plane, so that no matter which way you picked it up, it would have drawn out. So, when you're making these, you need to make sure you make them for a right hand or a left hand. I mean, I guess theoretically a left-handed person could pick this up and it would work the same. Don't see why not. It's opposite direction, so on opposite hands. So I don't think it matters. I don't know. This thing will screw with your brain. But like I said, all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I have sent pictures to its future owner. He seems happy with it. All I got to do now is do a handle for it. Y'all have seen my handles. Being a peen, let's go get one of my green ones. But not too bad. Took me right about 3 hours total to make, from the time I built it to forge to where it sits now. So peens tend to cut down on a lot of grinding time. You gotta do a little more shaping, but if you do it right, the shaping's pretty quick. Faces tend to take you a little bit longer because you've got to make sure everything's in the right plane. These planes are pretty self-explanatory. So, I'm happy. Like I said, its future owner is happy. That makes me happy. So, like, comment, subscribe, share. We are sitting currently at, I think it was 851 this morning, so we're less than 150 from our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If you by chance have not seen that video, I will make sure I leave it up here. I hope I do this right. And click on that, come back, follow the rules, and see if we can't push us over 1,000. And like I said, if you haven't seen that video, you will find out that the hammer is one of the, well, the hammer is the gift. I'm going to make a 2-pound, whatever style hammer of the winner's choosing. So, go check out that video. Junior's been a little busy, so I haven't had him in the forge much here lately. Hopefully this weekend coming up. Boy, does way too much crap. So, usual links in the description for how to support our channel if you would like to. Our t-shirts, Patreon, email address, you know, you can follow us on Instagram, and as well as Facebook if you'd like to get a hold of me. My email address will be in there if there's something of mine that you would like to buy, particularly hammers, because that's kind of my main bread and butter, and kind of the only thing I feel comfortable selling right now. So, I'm rambling. I don't know why, but I am. So, from B&B Forge, we'll catch y'all on the next.